Hello, brick sculptors. Welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and today we have an exciting new pieces video for you today. I know you all love these videos, so I'll try to keep them coming. Today we are talking about this piece right here. That's right, this is Lego number 3628. In Brick Owl speak, this is called Lego Bar 2 with side clips. Horrible name. In Brick Link speak, this is called Bar 2L with clips and 2 clips on opposite sides. What a mouthful. Either way, I call it awesome. This is a really great piece, but I think Lego missed the bar on one thing. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about this piece. Obviously, we have a 3-long piece here with 3 clips on it, 2 on the sides, 1 on the end. Lots of great uses you can do with this piece, but my favorite application is these 2 clips right here. Let me show you why. We can obviously take 2 bars and clip them in there. And if we really want to, we can put a second one over here. And I love this application because it's one of the only ways, or I would say the best way, to hold 2 bars exactly 2 spaces or 1 space apart. See, if I put clips on a plate like this, the spacing is absolutely perfect. So you can connect those in a very grid-friendly way and get them side by side. Now, where do I think Lego went wrong? This side. Now, I like this piece as it is, and I do think this is a great addition to Lego, but I think before Lego made this, they should have made this. Just this portion would be an amazing detail piece, so useful, so many awesome applications, and so we can still use it like that, but we have to get around this here, which sometimes can be a little hard to hide in a build. Now, why is this connection so unique? Well, let me show you. There's not a lot of pieces you can actually do this with. If we look at similar pieces, this piece comes to mind, which is like a short skeleton arm. And we can attach a bar with those as well to another bar, just like that, but the spacing is nowhere near as close. So this could be good for some applications, but obviously, as far as the grid's concerned, it's not going to work really well in grid if you're trying to attach both sides down. Another similar way you could approach this is by using 2 pieces together, like maybe 2 different clips like this. Again, we can put 2 side-by-side bars. I've got another one on this end. But they're bulky and it doesn't fit in grid. Another single piece that has 2 clips would be this one here, which is also a great piece, but obviously this is going to space them out 1 additional space. So, though it could be good for some applications, it's not going to replace that. And then, of course, another way you can do this is just having a small plate with 2 clips side by side. But again, very bulky, additional pieces that aren't really necessary. Well, I guess they are necessary, but shouldn't be necessary. So, not the greatest approach also. There is one piece, however, that's very closely related, and most of you probably won't guess it right off the top of your head. It's actually one of my favorite pieces. This one here. 1x2 plate with open studs and rounded edges. The reason it's so similar is you can attach bars in the same fashion, just like this, and guess what? They fit perfectly in grid. Now, this piece I really like. The only drawback is it has to be an open end bar. It can't have a connection on it, so anything that's curved or rounded, you can't use this method with. It has to be just a straight bar piece. But this, I feel, works really well with this, the combination of the two. And I'm going to show you some builds here in a minute where I actually have both these pieces integrated together. Because they have the same spacing, they work really well together for a lot of applications. Let me show you some of my favorite applications for this piece. First off would be the bottle topper or the inkwell piece. This works really well with these because it does work so well in grid. If you put 2 of those side by side, it looks like Landycraft for a micro airplane. You're welcome. You guys can have that one for free. Just kidding. But check out that connection. You kind of have a jumper effect here where you got your clip right in the middle. I can think of some cool applications for that. And this also kind of proves the point that this is 3 long. So you can see it lines up with these studs here. Pretty cool. Another good way to use this would be with something like this, where you have a plate that has a bar piece on it. And this way you get adjustable angles. You know, you could make something more at a triangular slope with it. Lots of cool things I could think of doing with this. So that's a great attachment there. One that I really like is this piece here, because now we're not attaching plates, but we're attaching other bars. So we can make kind of a Y shape with this, having these bar holders on here. A lot of great applications for something like that. And one that I found when looking through my parts box, but I have absolutely no use for, just because I just discovered it, I haven't figured out what to do with it yet. This is the old palm tree piece. But I love this because it integrates so seamlessly. If you could think of something cool to make with that, let me know in the comments, because I want to play around with that connection, try to find something fun to make out of that. Pretty cool. So obviously this piece has a lot of great usages, and I want to show you some things that I've built with it. A lot of these things are going to look familiar if you watch my content, because I use this piece quite frequently. The first one, this is the roof of my ranger station. And these antennas up here, though it would be nice to just have one upward beam, it's kind of hard to do. But I was able to do 2. This lower connection might be illegal. I don't think it is actually. But I have 2 clips going together like this. Because they're the newer clips, they're designed to have a little more flex, so I don't think that's illegal anymore. But you can make an awesome antenna out of it, having 2 of those side by side. I think that turned out really cool. If you think back to the challenge where we built homes under construction, I had this ladder in the front yard. And you can see that piece right up top here connecting the tops of the ladder. Now, obviously, I had to hide that long portion. That's why I say just the 2 clips would be such a great piece. But there are ways to cover it up and hide it. You know, it just kind of has to go down in the middle of the ladder there. But it doesn't look too bad. But I think it would be better if it was just the clips themselves. I'm losing pieces here. Now, another challenge video, we did bike shop, boat shop, bait shop, and this was from my boat shop. I even did a video just on this hoist. I'll link that here as well as the end of the video. But you can see right here, I used it to connect these 2 bars, and if we go over a little bit, I used a 1x2 with open studs. You can see how seamlessly they integrate there to get that. Now with the down arm, I did have to attach it, but I think it actually worked well in this and gave it some stability so this won't rotate. So I think in this application, it's actually better to have that down arm, but I still would like to see it without. And last but not least, I recently put out the video about this camper here, and the bike rack on the back just so happens to use that piece. In fact, I have 2 of them in there. And once again, this is also integrating. If we pull this off the bumper here, I have 2 of them here, and they're integrating with these 1x2 plates with open studs to attach them to what I want to make like a hitch on the back of the camper. And then I just have a little arm coming off of it to attach the bikes, and it's going to plug in right here. Just like that. A little off topic here, but somebody in the video I did on this camper asked to show it next to the other camper. So here you go. You can see the width is pretty similar. Actually, it's the same. Length, I did keep this one a little bit longer, like 2 bricks longer. But I think they make a lot more sense together now. It was just way too big before. So I hope you guys like this video. As always, I want to know what you do with this piece. I do these videos for you guys, but I also do them for myself because this is how I learn. So let me know below in the comments what you like to use this piece for. And if you have any cool applications, I'd love to see them. And if I like it enough, I'll share it on my channel. Well, that's live for this time. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I do more just like this in the future. That's live for this time, and we will see you next time.